What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Hungry Road. Thank you for tuning in. We are 3 for 3, guys. 3 weeks, same airport, 3 different cool cars to review. So this one here is going to be the 2025 Land Rover Defender 110. I'll get into more of that in a second. But the last time I had one of these, it was actually the 2-door, and I had rented it in Minnesota, and it was literally like -2 degrees Fahrenheit outside. I wasn't doing a review. I wonder if I could tag my short I put up somewhere, but I absolutely loved it. So when I saw this guy, big thank you to Sydney this week. I name dropped Mike from last week who gave me the Z4, and Sydney said, yeah man, go ahead, grab a Land Rover over there. They had a Range Rover Sport next to it, but I said, I've done a Range Rover Sport, let me try the Land Rover Defender. So in this video, we check it out. I give you my thoughts, my opinions, we go over some features and that kind of cool stuff, and let's get started, and thank you for watching in advance. So I don't know a lot about the Defender's history. I do know that it was like an all-terrain sort of vehicle back in, like, I want to say like maybe the 90s, because they're still selling for a whole lot of money. Doug DeMuro is a huge, big fan of the Defender back then. But this is the new one. This is like it's been so many years since they brought back a Defender, and this adds a 6th model to Land Rover's fleet. So Land Rover makes the Discovery, which I would think is kind of like a mid-tier luxury sort of 5-person, 7-passenger SUV. It has weird lines, but the Defender is kind of like an off-roady sort of version of that, but it adds a touch of luxury here and there and looks a little bit more sporty. Then you have the Range Rover Evoque, which is like the baby range. They made like a drop top version at one point in stock, and they'll get little 4 cylinders in there. Then they make the Range Rover Velar, which is like a step up, which I really like. I have reviewed one of those. Please click over here, or at some point in the video you'll see a little tag for it. Then there's the Range Rover Sport, and that's home. I like the Range Rover Sport. That's like sporty, it's quick, it's still luxury, and you can do all kind of cool stuff. But then there's the big boy Range Rover, the one that everybody likes and loves, and kind of like lusts over. But the Defender fits in like I said, it's sort of off-roady, but it's sort of comforting. Like, you can get 7 people in this thing, but then they make an extended version. So this might get a little confusing. So like I mentioned, this is a Defender 110, and this is the base model. It starts at about $67,000, which I think is actually fairly reasonable for a Land Rover and for all the capability it has, all the technology it has, and the comfort, to be completely honest. But you can also get the Defender 130. Now the 130 is going to have a larger back end. It is going to be a 7 or 8 passenger vehicle, and again, it is a bit longer. You get more space in there and a whole bunch of other stuff. Then there's the Defender 90. Now the 90 is the 2-door. So imagine, like, if this is cut off and it's just 2 doors. That's my style. But the thing with the Defender 90, it comes with a V8. And it's like $120,000. Like, why, bro? You can give me the V6 in the 2-door and I'll be all right. But anyway, then this is the Defender Octa. That's like a $160,000 vehicle. It's gonna have the big boy V8. It's gonna be made for off-roady stuff. I don't know about a whole bunch about those other ones because I'll try to study this one I'm presenting to you. But feel free to go on the configurator and check it out because it is quite confusing. So for example, you can get a 110, but you can put a bigger engine in it, or you can put the V8 in it, or you can actually add two seats to the back. So right now this is a 5 passenger configuration. You can add 2 to the back, which the seats fold down. It'll compromise your cargo space a little bit, but you can add 2 extra seats if you want to and still have the Defender 110 and not need the 130. Now the Defender 90, you're stuck. That's just 5 passengers. That is what it is. All right, so I think there are 5 or 6 trims of the Defender. Let me go through them real quick. So you kind of like can configure your Defender however you want. It's pretty cool. You can kind of play with this and play with that and add this engine and these wheels. It's kind of bespoke. You can make your Defender your Defender. So the first trim is going to be the S. That's what we have. Defender S, basic, no big deal. This thing is powered by a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo engine making 292 horsepower with a 0 to 60 of 7 seconds, top speed of 119 miles an hour. Now granted, you don't want to go super fast in this thing, so I understand, but you kind of want some get up and go. Like that 7 seconds, 0 to 60, that's like not even passing speeds. So yeah, that is not enough power for this car. Look how big it is. I'm sure I don't have to wait. I'll throw it at the bottom of the screen. It's gotta be 5,300 pounds. It's solid, you know, but with a small engine, maybe it's not that much. I don't know, but it's not enough power. The next trim is gonna be the X Dynamic SE. That brings you up to 20-inch wheels. As you can see, we're sitting on 19s. They're pretty basic, whatever. These do come in 2 different colors. There's a silver and a black you see here, free of charge. But you get 20s with X Dynamics SE, and you also get a black roof. As you can see, the roof has a bit of a separation to it. Fine. We'll get the roof colors later because you can kind of change them and do all kind of cool stuff with them. But that's the X Dynamics SE. The next trim is going to be the X. Now you're going to get 22-inch wheels, the sliding panoramic glass roof. We actually do have a sliding roof. I just don't know if it doesn't go all the way back. So did we option that? I don't know who optioned what at the National Car Rental place, but I'm for sure this is the S trim. You also get leather seats compared to their Resist synthetic seats. That's Land Rover synthetic seats. You know how BMW has Sensatec and Hyundai has their own. Everyone has their own synthetic leather seats. You also get 14-way powered seats instead of the 12-way we have right now. What are the 2 extra ways? I don't know. I don't know. I didn't look into it. You look into it when you spec your Land Rover. And also mentioned an upgraded interior. I was playing with the pictures online. I couldn't tell what was upgraded or not. Then there are 2 trophy editions. Now these are like special editions. They really look off-roady, and there's 2 special colors. One is going to be sand glow yellow. Then there's Keswick green, and they look very off-road, centered with bigger roof rails and muddier tires and protective panels and all kind of stuff. But nevertheless, let's move on. So you get 1 color for free, solid white. Granted, it doesn't look half bad on the Range Rover like this because it has a lot of black accents and different color accents, but white is not its best color. I think for a car like this, you'll see in a second. So there are 5 $950 color options. One of them is Santorini black. Now, as you can see here, everything is black, even the emblems, which is an upcharge. We call this in the car industry murdered out, or criminal spec. It's just black, dark as possible, like not a speck of chrome or nothing. So I don't like it. It's just a block of black going down the road. It doesn't look that good. You should be able to see some dimensions or some differences in paint, and not my thing. But the next color here is going to be Borrasco gray. There's also Gondwana stone, Tasman blue, and Woolstone green. Now the cool thing about the configurator is you can go look at these colors, and the configurator will explain what the color is, what it represents, how it came about. It's really cool. I've never seen any of the configurator do that, so hats off to you guys, Land Rover. Lastly, for 1,550 bucks, you can have Carpathian gray. Is it pearl? Is it something special? I don't know, but it's hard to tell on the configurator what these colors really look like because they're not here in person. There's no sun hitting them, that kind of stuff. But if I were to spec my Land Rover with any of those colors, I would probably go with that Tasman blue or the Woolstone green. That green is really deep, and I like it. It kind of fits the vibe, the like utilitarian vibe of the Defender. 2 more things. For $5,450, you can actually have Land Rover wrap your car in a matte film from the factory, so you can protect your beautiful paint. It won't be glossy like this will. It'll be more of a matte, so it'll be less gloss, but I know it'll look cool. And I think $5,400 is pretty reasonable for a car of this size, and to have it from the factory. It might even have a warranty included, so that's a good idea. And let's go over the roof real quick. So you can get 3 different roof colors: body color, So if it's white, it'd be white. If it's red, it'd be red. You can also do a white or a black roof. So you can spec, I think that's an extra $1,000. So if your car was black and for some reason I wanted a white roof, I could pay them like $1,000. It'll be white. If I had a blue car and wanted the roof black, $1,000, or white, black. I would love to see how a white roof would look with any of the colors, but maybe I'll find one someday and then I'll post it. So correction, these wheels are an extra $700 to be painted black. Usually they're silver, but $700, paint them black, worth it. I think I'd rather just pay to get upgraded wheels rather than paint the regular ones black. Whatever. And the emblems. The fender, the ones up front, the ones in the back, that's an extra $650. Look like the blackout package. Whatever. Someone really went crazy with this one. They must have really loved black. I'm a big fan of the way the Defender looks. I think it's smooth, it's muscular, it's brawny, it's sexy. It's just gorgeous. I love the smoothness, not necessarily like super sharp angles. And plus, look at this gorgeous front end. There's a robot in some movie, I can't think of what it is. I think it's a Disney movie that's got like, it's like a smile like going on right here. But I like that they added like a touch of aluminum to the front instead of having everything just completely black. Like, I get it. Land Rover the name right there. I like this off to the side. It's not dead center like a lot of other people have their logos in the middle. Defender right across the front. Again, extra $650 for the black letters. It would be like a normal silver if it was in any other color. But it's really cool. Nice plastic bumper to keep you safe. So if you wreck the car, this shouldn't be too much to replace. And the running lights are really cool. So we have two squares. Then you have this like under eyebrow thing happening right here. Really cool. High beam and low beam right there in the center. And down here we have our fog lights. But I think it's really well done. You do have like your windshield washers right here. So you're driving on the road, you need to clean your headlights, boom, squirt headlight, you're good there. But overall, a really nice, I think it's a pretty clean front end. Again, I'm a big fan of it. All right, let's take a look under the hood of the Defender. Pull this one time and the hood is cracked open right here. These are very interesting. It'd be cool if these are actually like metal. I mean, it feels like the same as the hood. Like if it was like a diamond, you know, diamond plated or whatever. That there's a name for this texture. It's actually not even a diamond plate. But it'd be cool if it was a different, like the same color as this, but here on either side. But let's go ahead and open the hood to see if we got a latch somewhere. There we go. So you just pull the latch forward, lift it up, and this engine is filthy, but it's the Ingenium 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo. Look how small that engine is. Look how big the cover is, and the engine's tucked way back up in there. Not much to suspension towers, not much to see underneath here. Nothing crazy, but oh, we got action over here. These suspension towers are huge. That gives you a lot of travel when you're going off road, and plus you got these big soft tires. Yeah, man, let's go ahead and shut the hood up and go to the back. The back of the Defender is a little weird for me. It's just like a lot of like spaced out and broken up stuff. For example, all your running lights, these are all running lights, but your brake lights are here, reverse lights are inside here. But again, I am a big fan of the aluminum down here. We do have the spare wheel, your fifth wheel, in case you pop a tire somewhere. $400 if you do want the cover to make this look a lot cleaner. I did see one over there in my hotel, but this has a very different way of opening tailgate. So it has a soft popper. There you go, and it opens up sideways like this. And we'll go ahead and explore the inside now. All right, so inside the Defender door, you do have a storage pocket. A couple things there, but I like the exposed rivets. Like, are they necessary? Perhaps. But I like the, like I said, the utilitarian, I'm going camping, you know, leave it a little bit unfinished sort of style there. Really cool defrost design right there. And inside we have that same pattern we saw on the hood. We got here coat hook. We got like maybe a cargo net can stretch across there. Coat hook on either side, no big deal. You have a full 120 volt outlet right there. It's like cargo space back there. But yes, this is the 5-passenger configuration. You can just put the seats down. I'm sure it's done with probably a switch over there. I'll do that later. What's under the, what's this? What we got here? 14 volt. Let's go ahead and lift it up. All right, what goes there? Looks like a tire inflator thing. You got a winch. It's not gonna stay up. I want to see what this is. Hold it like this. This looks like it might be a cover, but yo, what goes there? Somebody took something. I am curious, so curious. But this feels like foam, hard plastic. I don't know. So I did pull that cover out and put it here. This feels cheap and like stretchy. Like, what are you doing here? You have to literally stretch with like bungee cord material and put it around these two hooks there. Two hooks over there is pretty stretchy, but like, nah, that just feels so flimsy and cheap. I mean, other companies have like the thing it rolls out, and you know you can hook it in here. I don't know. They could have did a better job with this, but it is what it is. This is the key to the 2025 Land Rover Defender 110. Very cool. It's got some weight to it. I like the metal silver feel right here. But we do have lock button, unlock. You can turn your lights on. You open your. How does that work? If it doesn't. Yeah, nothing's happening. I didn't think so. And then we have the panic button down here. But like a lot of new cars, just keep the key on you and you walk up to the car. It'll recognize it. I don't know if you heard the car unlock. It did, but the mirrors don't fold out until you open the door. Now the mirrors will fold out. And like other cars, keep the key on you, walk away from the car, it'll lock itself up. But yes, let's talk about the design a little bit. I love how like straightforward it is. It's smooth, all the straight lines. I like this shape right here. Again, bigger wheels would be much better. And this is a very interesting section right here. So like this is not necessarily a window. It's just like a panel, because you can put like a ladder on here and all kind of cool stuff. But one cool thing is this is a skylight that goes in to the second row and a little bit of the third, but it's really cool. I just really enjoy the styling of it. It's so smooth and brawny. Oh, that front end, I can't get enough of it. I actually love seeing these on the road because it is really cool, but I'm sure it gets terrible gas mileage. It drives like a brick because it literally is shaped like a brick. All right, let's get inside the 2025 Land Rover Defender. And again, really cool. Left that door open for you guys. I like the unfinished, yet finished, yet luxury kind of look right there. But yeah, took the door panels up. We got tweeters up here, the unfinished rivets. These like a little 6-point star, nothing crazy. All your window switches are right here. Lock your kid out right there. We have 3-person memory seats, your mirror controls. I like how you have the kind of a grip right there. Your door handle is a bit low, and I'll demonstrate that when we get inside. Lock and unlock button, a little bit of a speaker there, and a huge door pocket down here with more speakers right there. Here's your seat. Pretty basic seat, nothing crazy. This is the Resist material. So these are the Resist synthetic leather seats. They're available in like a black, a khaki, and a light cloud, which is kind of like a white color. I would go for the khaki, but black is your safest option, of course. And you can also upgrade to Windsor leather for about another $2,000, available in black as well. Light cloud and a caraway, which is my favorite color, like a nice brown, a deep brown color. Really cool. But see the skylights I was talking about back there? Isn't that cool? That is just so cool. The rear passengers may not be able to enjoy it too much because it's right above their head, but it is what it is. All right, here's the driver position. I am sitting as low as possible in the car, but I do like how I'm seated. I got my nice little armrest right here, nothing crazy, but I'm a big fan of like these different like the black leather goes to like a random white. Same thing, almost like an ivory. It happens all the way across the dashboard, goes all the way back there. And we got the Defender logo kind of etched in, really cool, really like chill. But it's like all storage with a random USB-C port right there. Glove box is a little on the small side, nothing crazy. But as you can see here, there is no second screen. So when like the Range Rovers, there's a screen here and one down here. And the gear shifting is done somewhere else. You gotta watch those videos for that. But in my my Range Rover or Land Rover Defender 90 video, they gave me the smaller screen. So it's like from here to here. This is the taller screen. Let's go ahead and put our foot on the brake. Start, stop buttons right here. Go ahead and wake things up. See our little start animation. Nope. A little bit there, nothing crazy. That's pretty cool, but it's a really nice, big, crispy screen. It feels thin, but actually goes around the back. You kind of see how much thicker it is. I'm sure it's to help with cooling and things like that, but it's really cool. And we have an all digital screen right here, really configurable, and all your stuff is right here. It's right at your fingertips. We'll go through that in a second. Let's go through the steering wheel real quick. So on the left side, we have your phone call. This is tracks. You can skip, go backwards, go forward, talk to Siri or Gemini, whoever you're talking to right there. That's how you select the button. This is your volume control. Nothing is playing, but you would see like a little thing going up and down right there. So if you want to change, let's go ahead and press that to clear. So right now I have the 2-dial view. I can press this button again, and now info panel. I can play around with it. I can change what I want to see in the middle, the clock, empty panel, what we got here, 4-wheel info, trip summary, my media, or navigation. I liked what I had, just nice chill driver's assistance, whatever. Now press it again, go to display layout. You can do 2-dial or 1-dial, and it moves one big one to the middle. Now you can have 2 information screens, and you can change what information you put on either side. Try again, display layout. You can do the map, kind of like Audi's virtual cockpit. So the whole map sits there, speedometer up top, and any other important information on the bottom. And let's go back again, go down to media. If you really want to just have your music, what you're listening to right there, you can have it sitting front and center. I don't think it's necessary, but driver's assistance is the last one, no big deal. So let's go back to what I was doing. 2-dial, I like it. I can see my tach, my speedometer, and then I have my driver's assistance right up front. Your light situations off to the left. Right now I had the lights on just so you can see them, but I can turn them on, auto. Oh, they were on. Flip again, off. Now they're on. I don't know what's going on. Okay, not lights are off. Flip them up to auto. Boom, now they're on auto. Okay, great. So now over here we have your wiper situation. You have your rear wiper, your washing fluid, all that kind of stuff right there. And let's check out this screen. Range Rover does it very different than a lot of other people. So we have 3 like main panels: navigation, phone, media. Slide over 1. Now you have like your off-road stuff happening over there. And you kind of look at the bottom, you can see what screens are left. Let's go over again. Your compass. Go over again. Energy impact. I've never seen that before. How much energy you're using while you're driving around. You got your wheel info. The diff is locked, unlocked at the moment. Do not exceed vehicle limits. Yeah, so it ain't that serious. I'm not locking the diff. We got your altitude, 760. I didn't know people were that high in the air. And let's go over trip info. Nothing crazy. Comfort. Let's go back. I'm in too deep right now. Go press the home button to go right back to where I came from. And slide over again. Driving style. I guess it's a score I'm gonna get, and my gas mileage. And over here on the right side, you do have your parking. This is a crispy screen. Look how much detail you can see. I can see like the cracks in the ground, all kind of cool stuff. This is not, I can't like drag my finger around. Right, I only have these, see these preset camera angles? Those are the ones I can use. I can't just drag my finger around. I can slide, and then I'll get to that one up there, and I'll go to that next one, slide again. As you can see, it's lighting up. However, I slide my finger. So pretty cool. Let's click, can we click on one of these? Boom. So now we see the rear, look at the front. Excellent. But really, really high quality camera right here. 3D, go back to the 3D view. Really cool. We turn that off. Down here, we have like a shortcut to your settings. So the screen brightness, you can turn it off, change the theme. Do you want to auto hold brake when you're at a stoplight? Then you could go down here, go to the home screen, how you can adjust it, your audio settings, treble bass, subwoofer. Sound system's okay. It is a Meridian sound system, but some of my music blows out some of the speakers, so I got to turn it down sometimes. Let's go to all, and here are the rest of your settings. There wasn't too much in here that was really necessary for me to go through. And we can go back to your media, see all your cool stuff here, your phone, and navigation. So yeah, the screen is pretty intuitive and very well laid out. I'm actually a big fan of it. Below that, we have your gear shifter. You put your foot on the brake, and there is a trigger on the inside. You press it, and you pull forward. Car is now in drive. Push it over to the left to go into sport mode if you want to. I don't think it's necessary. And push it forward one time for neutral, and pull the thing forward and push it up to go in reverse. Let's see what happens. The mirrors do tilt down when you put it in reverse. As you can see, the mirror is tilted down. Let's put it back in drive, and let's see what happens if you just push it forward all the way. Nothing happens. So yeah, you got to pull the trigger. Push it forward one time for neutral. Push it forward all the way. It will not go into reverse. You do got to pull the trigger. And right here for park. Next to it, we have a climate control. So this is pretty minimalistic, yet a lot going on here. Hill control, auto stop start off, front defroster, maximum defroster, rear defroster. Here's how you change your direction. So you press this button, boom, it brings it right to the screen. You press where you want it. You can sync them up, no problem. Back down here. So here, your driving modes. So for some reason they put that here, and you're controlled by this left thing here. And if you look here, oh, just missed it. Press it again. Press it again. So eco. Sorry, it wasn't comfort. To the left is eco. Oh yeah. Here, look, comfort, eco, comfort, grass, gravel, snow, mud ruts, sand, and a rock crawl. Guys, I don't know who's taking their car to do all this stuff, but there's no sport mode. I guess you don't need a sport mode in this car, but that's interesting. Oh, you can turn that off, and to change your fan speed, you press this button, and here, up to, I believe, 7. Yep. And back down to 3. Click that button, and this is how you change the temperature. And if you're a passenger, of course, it's dual climate control. But I want to sync them. There we go. And push. So this is kind of funny. You push this for your seats. If I click to the left, my cooled seats should be coming on, but they're not because I don't have them. If I turn to the right, I get my heated seat now. So that's very funny that they left the cold indicator in there, but you ain't got it because it's not gonna come on. And anyway, below that, we do have traction control. What is this? I don't know. Low gear. Select neutral to engage a low range. Okay, we're not doing that. Auto climate, you know how all that stuff goes. Recirc, and your volume button's way over here, which is very interesting, but it's not too far. You know, it's fine. Below the climate control, we do have like a little storage pocket right here. Got my glass in it, but you can slide it back to reveal a lot more stuff, but it kind of goes through. I don't know, whatever. USB-C port down there. We have another 14-volt outlet down there. 2 cup holders right here. Your wireless charger is actually right here. Really cool, so your phone can just sit right there, not like way up in there. And in here, a very deep sort of area. Nothing crazy. But yeah, nothing crazy. What is this? That must be the Resist synthetic leather logo. But pretty cool, nothing crazy. Again, I really do like the simplistic, utilitarian, yes, I'm rugged, but I'm also luxurious look of the interior of this car. It is done very well, and I'm actually impressed. However, I don't know what this is. I have not figured it out. The lights are here. Where are the lights? Lights are like right here. These are the lights. 1, 2, 3. I can't turn all 3 on at once, but this is your sunshade. This is your panoramic roof. As you can see, it's open right now, but the roof does go back a little bit. But what is this? I have no idea. All right, we're in the back seat. We're almost. I like the position of the grab handle. Right here, it's not up here. Really helpful. Do I go right foot first or left foot first? I think right foot first makes the most sense. And then, do I go both hands? There we go. And climb in. Nothing crazy. Nice, comfortable seat. Go ahead and shut the door. Oh, another grab handle up here. I do have a light up here. This is the microphone? Must be. But I like the glass panel, man. It's so cool. I can see right through it, see the sky and stuff. Is there a hook? What is this whole thing? Oh, it looks like you can hook that cheap thing up there too. I might play with that a little bit later. But anyway, back seat's pretty cool. 2 USB ports down here at the bottom. There are 2 blanks back here for some reason. It could be for the quad climate control. Well, nice little cubby hole right here, where I'm sure our climate control would be. Storage pockets on the back of each back seat. And look how the divot. Like if I got plenty of space right here, and I have the seat where my driver's seat is, so like that's how I would be sitting. So someone have plenty space back here. But nice, decent, smooth, like the design of the front seats carries through to the back very well. And let's check out the cup holder here. Push this down. Very simple, nothing crazy, nothing folding out, flipping out, doing tricks. Put that back up, and yeah, so like I can hang out back here for quite a while, but pretty simple, straightforward back seat. Not much really to talk about. I guess the third, let's discuss the third row since we're back here. It's gonna cost you about $4 grand to add the 2 seats in the back, and that's because it's like $2 grand for the seats. Then you have to get upgraded suspension. You get the air suspension, which we do not have on this one. If you notice, there were some blanks to the left of the dial where you adjust the temperature or whatever on the climate control. That would be where your air suspension buttons would be, raise and lower the car. So if you get the third row, you get the air suspension, and you also get the access to have the 2 extra seats in the back. But boy, if you squeeze in 7 people in here, you ain't bringing no luggage. This is all up top. But if you want to lower the seats, it's absolutely easy. This button right here, pull it forward, seat comes forward. Well, you got to do all this manually, but now you have access to the back seat. Look how the pattern kind of flows in. But yeah, that's about it. All right, we are inside the 2025. I just dropped the key. Land Rover Defender. Let's go ahead and start it up. Get some AC going. Lots of comforting beeps in here. Let's move the mic to the seat belt, so that's a little bit better, probably easier for you to hear me. And one thing I do like about these Range Rovers, it shuts the shade for you when you turn the car off, and then we'll open it back up when you start driving, or turn the car on. Anyway, let's roll. I want to hit a hill with this thing. I know there's some hills nearby, but yeah, so far so good. It's a pretty comfortable ride. Something's open. Oh, the sunroof's still open. There we go. But it's soft. And I know that has to do with the suspension, the tires. Go ahead and turn auto stop start off. Go ahead and make a left here. We're hanging out here at the waterfront in Pittsburgh. I love this area. Excellent place to play Pokemon Go. Get a good walk in, follow some routes. Nice straight route. There's a park over that way. And it's like not terribly busy. I used to love staying downtown, but downtown is mad sketch now. Like it's a little concerning and scary. Reminding me almost of like downtown San Fran or Portland. Like it's getting to that level. But as a Jeep pulls aside me, that's what I think this kind of is. Like a luxury like Jeep. Like it's not. No, I will not insult Land Rover like that. This is more than that. We got a little room here. Let's hit it. Doing 15 foot down. Okay. It tries. It definitely tries to do something, but I don't know what it thinks it's trying to do. Feels pretty good. It's soft. Like I said, it's actually fairly quiet. You may have heard the engine noise come through a little bit, but it's good, like, I guess, cruising speed, good cruising power. You're not whipping around corners in this thing. You're not pacing people on the highway in this thing. I need to get over. And it's crazy because, like, one thing that I've gotten so used to in my car, my 2023 Kia EV6 GT, are the blind spots in the dash. And, like, other cars just haven't integrated that yet. Like, why? Why not? Is it trademarked? You can't put that in here. So now, you know, blind spot detection is standard. This is a pretty big vehicle. Blind spots are fine. The little dot in the mirror will show you what's going on. But it's cool. It's chill. It kind of blends in. Nothing majorly crazy about it. We got some railroad tracks to go over. Let's see how it handles these. Is it going to feel soft? You're going to feel the bumps. Let's go over it at 13 miles an hour. All right, not bad. Let's do it again. Another set of tracks here. okay, not too bad. It felt nice and soft. Didn't feel like doing all that kind of craziness, which I have felt in cars over those very same tracks before. While looking out of the back window, there is a little bit of a blockage due to that spare tire that's back there. I guess you could remove it, but then you would look weird in your Land Rover without a spare tire, but a place for it. I don't know if, I think there is a camera rear view mirror for one of the trims of these cars. Definitely not this one, but the mirror is nice and thin. Looks almost frameless, nothing crazy. All right, from a stoplight, okay, got a little bit of torque there off the light. No big deal. Go up this little hill. I thought it was a bigger hill, but I was mistaken. But it feels easy, like it's easy to drive. It's soft, it's plush. We got a little bump here. Okay, not bad. Coming to a stop, decent brakes. Continuing up the hill, nothing crazy. Steering is light and easy. Definitely feels like an SUV. Doesn't feel like a sporty something, but it works. Like, you can steer the car, nothing crazy is going to happen. Let's make a left here. But I guess my final thoughts on driving a Land Rover is I get it. It's a bit of a status symbol. I said Land Rover and the thing said, how can I help? So say Land Rover, it'll try to talk to you. But it's like a status symbol. I understand. The quality is definitely here. It feels very sturdy, very well put together. I like the way the materials feel. I love the way the interior is put together. The exterior, I totally get it. It's just a lot of money that you're gonna lose in the first year if you buy this thing brand new. So I always go aftermarket, but I go second hand. Actually, let's make a right turn. Let's keep on going. See if we can find any more hills. But yeah, just kind of putzing around downtown here. There's no need for me to do a highway run at all. It'll get up to highway speed. It'll sit there. That's really all you needed to do. But yeah, I feel good. I like it. Okay, I said weather, it did something. We got a little bit of a curb here, 32 miles an hour. Oh yeah, that thing is rolling. That body is rolling. Hey, it's SUV, it's damn near 6 feet tall. It's gonna roll. Let's do it again. A little bit of a less turn right there. But it's so smooth. I like that. I don't know, I like the driving experience. I keep saying it. I get it. It feels good. Like, it's hard to explain. If this was if no one told me the brand name, if all the badges were hidden, would I still feel the same way? It's a good question. Who knows? But I feel good in it. It makes me feel good. I feel like I've done something in my life. I'm all right. I'm in a Land Rover. I'm in a Defender. And again, I can't get over the looks of the thing. Very, very beautiful SUV. But I think that's it. I like the way it drives, I like the way it feels. Let's to the outro. Well, that is my time with the 2025 Land Rover Defender S. It's okay. For $67,000, I think it's a lot to ask for, but you're getting like kind of what you pay for. I think it's a decent value. If you go look at the 2020 market and look for the exact same car, same engine, everything, less than 50,000 miles, they're like 40 grand, 45 grand, depending on spec and stuff like that. So I think it's a pretty decent value, and they're kind of holding their value. I guess they're like almost half of their value at that end. They're taking a less of a depreciation hit than like the BMW X7 did, if you look at a couple videos ago. But for $67,000, I think there's better ways I could spend my money. I'm not gonna off-road this thing. In my head, I'm leaning like a nice Jeep Cherokee, Grand Cherokee, not an L, like a nice Summit, or like a nice, not Overland, an S or whatever. I have a video on that too. I did a bunch of cars. I think I'd rather go that route. Get like real leather. Definitely a better Alpine sound system, a lot of beat, a lot of punch to it. But you can't beat the looks. But you get a better engine. But I said, the way I would want my, the way I'd want my car, it would be $100-something. You know, like. So that's kind of the thing. Land Rover, Range Rover has this prestige of luxury and being the best. I never really understood it. You know, I've never driven a real Range Rover, only the Sport and the Velar. Never driven a real Range Rover. Maybe the real Range Rover changed my mind because people pay 200 grand for the autobiography and the long wheelbase and all that kind of cool stuff. But then they break and they depreciate like rocks and have a horrible reliability. Like, why do people buy these cars? I don't know. If you own one, let me know why you bought it. You know, I'm very curious. Again, in my heart, if I could find a 2-door V8 for a good price, I think it'd be worth the money. It'd be worth investing in. Not investing, it's a terrible investment. It'd be worth having. But this, not for me. I love the way it looks. I feel king of the road. Blacked out. Cool. Side. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching this review. I appreciate you. We are still marching toward 10,000 subscribers. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. I really appreciate you. Remember, there's never an empty tank or empty stomach on this road. We're still marching toward 10,000 subscribers. I have a big giveaway plan when we get there, but boy, we are taking our sweet time. Am I not interesting enough? Y'all don't want to watch me? I'm messing around, guys. All right, guys, the bugs are telling me it's time to go. Stay safe.